What is up, guys? I'm your friendly neighborhood web war fanatic, and a new era of Marvel Champions is approaching. If you guys have not seen Fantasy Flight Games LCG Fireside Chat, I definitely recommend that you guys go see it to get the full picture, and I will put the link of that in the description of this video. But basically, one of the newest, biggest drops is that the Marvel Champions atmosphere will be changing. And we do not know all the details so far, so I have everything that we do know lined out right here. And I'm going to speculate what I would like to see happen to keep Marvel Champions being awesome. Okay, so we know that the game will be splitting into the legacy environment and the current environment, which I have right here. So the legacy environment is all of our OG heroes, like Captain America, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and then Fantasy Flight Games plans to stop reprinting these older heroes because the sales of these old heroes don't justify reprinting them. So this kind of makes sense because when a new hero like Magneto releases, we're all buying Magneto. But then if an older hero like Hulk gets a reprint, maybe not everyone is going to jump to buy him, and if you already have Hulk, you won't buy him again. And then since he's not new, people won't be as hyped to buy those older heroes. And then for the current environment right here, it is the last 2 to 3 years of the newest products. So at the time of this video, this will include the X-Men waves that have just released. New scenarios that will release in the future will take into account the current environment in terms of player card pool, which I'm interpreting to mean the difficulty will be a little bit easier and mechanics won't be as complicated because it's not factored in the entire game. Everything will stay compatible with each other, so new heroes can still face the original core set villains, and OG heroes can still take on the new scenarios if you have their cards. For those beloved heroes that will not have reprints, Fantasy Flight Games has said that they will be revisiting new versions of these heroes, and we're not entirely sure what this means yet. But basically, this would be for the new players who don't have access to the oldest heroes, that they can still play these, iconic heroes like Doctor Strange or Captain America. We're not entirely sure at this time if these, revisited heroes will be released in like their own wave or as just like one hero pack in like a different wave. Like for example, they release like heroes for a wave and add in like a remastered Hulk version in there. For my speculation, I can't say if this is good or bad for the game because I just don't know right now. But I can say what I would want to see based on what we do know. So I think we can assume that the remastered heroes will not be other people who don't know the name of the hero. So for example, I don't think that they are referring to like Spider-Man Hobie Brown or the Superior Spider-Man Otto Octavius. That's because we have already gotten heroes like Spider-Man Miles Morales in addition to Spider-Man Peter Parker, and like Black Panther Shuri in addition to Black Panther T'Challa. So this is something that Marvel Champions has already been doing. So it can't be what the announcement is referring to. And my cat. Sorry guys, I just got a new cat. This is something that Marvel Champions has already done in the past, and they're already doing that right now. So it can't be what the announcement is referring to, which means I think we will be getting a second version of Peter Parker or like a second version of like Doctor Strange. And I think it's safe to assume that we will be getting a Web Warrior traded Peter, since that's one of the biggest complaints that people want in the community is that the core set Peter Parker only has the Avengers trait and doesn't have the Web Warrior trait, even though he is kind of the OG Web Warrior. But I'm hoping thematically that there's something that differentiates the new Peter Parker from the old one. Maybe it's Peter Parker at a different point in time, like whenever he donned the black suit. I don't know, but something like that would keep the appeal of the original relevant, at least thematically. And then one of the biggest draws to this game for me is that there is no power creep. But if Fantasy Flight Games releases that there is a new Peter Parker with similar mechanics, but is just stronger and has a Web War trait, that will mean that there's less reason to play the OG Spider-Man, at least in my opinion. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen. One thing that I am hoping to see and that I think will be really good for the game is to have other versions of the same character. For example, like a Doctor Strange who has a time stone and uses the time stone as a part of his hero kit, or Hulk that Bruce Banner either has more or less control of because it's at a different point in time in the story. I'm hoping that they will not release the exact same version of the OG characters we already have, like another classic red blue suit Peter Parker Spider-Man, but with modern mechanics. Basically, I don't want the only way to differentiate the new heroes to be like, I'm playing old Spider-Man versus I'm playing new Spider-Man. I would prefer to be able to say something like, I'm playing the Time Stone Doctor Strange, or like, I'm playing the Black Suit Spider-Man. These are pretty much my thoughts right now. This is the biggest change to the game Marvel Champions since I started playing, but I'm hopeful and I'm holding a hope that this will overall have a positive impact on the game, but I'm not sure yet. What do you guys think? And I can't tell you if this will improve or make your Marvel Champions experience better or worse. But my advice, if you like this game and plan on continuing to play it, my advice is to buy all the content that you don't already have because it may be difficult to get it in the future. It seems like Marvel Champions will be entering a phase where certain cards will be more rare than others. So even if you don't want like a specific hero, you can always sell it or trade it with a friend like in the future. I think it will be cool to have like, legacy heroes like this, like the OG Doctor Strange or like the OG Captain America. But it kind of sucks that the newer players might not have access to that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this change? Do you guys hate it? Are you just unsure like I am? And are you hopeful for the future? Let me know down in the comments and we can hope together. This is our new cat Sesame. If you guys hear like her bell ringing video, I apologize. She is going crazy right now. Yeah. See you guys later.